Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at this. This is the Smok Species Kit V2. Comes with the TFV8 Baby V2 tank on top. It is a dual 18650 device. It does go up to 230 watts. Your normal temperature control, TCRs, everything that you would expect, but it is a touchscreen. The mod, it's small. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I think, in my opinion, Smok, they really went downhill sort of around the time of the Smok Alien. This though, there's been some upgrades. It's a little bit sturdier. I think it's made a little bit better than previous Smok devices. It vapes okay. That tank is a little bit on the noisy side. As you can see, I have the airflow virtually all the way closed, and there's still a ton of air. If I open that up, the noise of this thing is unbelievable. It's just, I think the airflow is not smooth. It's a very, very turbulent airflow, as they say. Too much air for me. Absolutely way too much air. But we'll drop down, we'll have an up close and personal tour around this. You'll be able to see the coil heads it comes with, and when we come back up, then I'll let you guys know my true thoughts. Okay guys, so here we are with the Smok Species V2 kit. And the box it comes in, as you can see, it's got the max mesh coils in the tank. Black and red is the colour. Super large mesh with clouds, with huge clouds. There's the coils that come in it. So you've got the mini V2 A1 pre-installed, 0.17 ohm single coil, and then it also includes the A2 0.2 ohm dual mesh coils. On the back you've got what the kit includes. On there you got your scratch and check authenticity. So we pop it open. The usual Smok packaging. Inside then we get the device itself. It's a lot smaller than I actually thought it was going to be honest. Underneath we get our battery safety card. We get our quality certificate, and we get our Species Kit user manual in various different languages. We get one USB charging cable, some spare seals, we get the tank, which is the Species V2 tank, and we get our spare coil. And the coil, it's quite big. You can see in there you've got your mesh mini V2 A2. I like the way they've cut away at the cotton there so it wicks more efficiently. So having a little look around the tank itself, on the bottom you've got a gold plated 510 pin designed by Smok. You've got your airflow control ring that does stop fully open and fully closed, which I do like. Moving up then you've got the straight glass there, 2mm TPD capacity. There are other options available. Sort of design, it looks a little bit like the Prince tank does. To open the filling port you have to open a directional arrow. You've got that button on the top, so press that. Opens around, nice big kidney shaped filling hole there. They've done away with the old seal on the inside, which is nice. You've got the seal on the top instead. People used to have loads of problems with these seals. The drip tip then, the drip tip is a little bit different. You can see on the inside there you've got a little bit of stainless steel going on. That's because it's a press fit drip tip rather than your traditional 510. Not really a huge fan of this, to be honest, but that's what they've decided to do. So if we unscrew this and have a look at this coil a little closer, you can see there that the double walled TPD compliant glass. On the inside there you've got your mesh, single coil, and there's your little ratings there. 0.17 ohm coil. Pop that back together. Have a closer look at the device. So then, species. Got a species going on. It's quite a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I'll take that little sticker off. So at the top then you do have a gold plated spring loaded 510 pin. The design is quite nice and I like this red going on in the front. You've got your little button here, the sidebar as we're used to seeing with Smok devices, and then your battery compartment on the bottom, which is a nice spring loaded door. I like that. You've got your positive and negatives there marked clearly, A and B cells. Also on the inside you can see your plus and minus in there. So if I get some batteries, pop them in, close the battery door, comes up Smok, then you've got to switch it on, 5 clicks, Smok Species. So it is touchscreen. You do have this little lock symbol at the top, so if you press and hold this button here, that will disappear, and then you can use the touchscreen. So you can bring this all the way up, 230 watts, and bring it all the way back down. It does move quite fast, which I do like, but it does also go in 0.1 increments, which can be a little bit of a pain sometimes. To go into further menu settings, in the top corner there you do have 4 little squares. Tap that, you go into your species menu. So on the left here we do have our variable wattage and our voltage mode. You've got your preheat settings, soft, normal and hard. Then you also have your temperature control settings, which if you go in there, so you can select titanium, nickel and stainless. Your wattage you can change here, your temperature you can change down here. It's quite simple. And your back arrow then to go back. At the top you've got your puff counter, so you can set your maximum puffs if you want. Over here you've got some more settings. You've got your resistance there, your factory reset and power off. On the bottom here you've got different colours you can choose from. Your screen timeout there, 60 seconds, you can change that to what you want. And you can change these different colours there, and you can see that very well. When you select different colours, some parts then change. So I've just been running this in normal wattage mode. Set that to around about 70 watts. That's where I run most tanks on this. So it is a fairly easy menu system on this. So what we'll do is I'll get the tank filled up with some juice and we'll have a little vape and see how it performs. Okay guys, so that was the up close and personal tour around the Smok Species Kit. Right, running from top to bottom, we'll have a look at pros and cons. The Smok tanks, they've been known to have somewhat poor quality coils. Baby V2 coils, and I know a ton of people who've complained that they just didn't last. I personally, I've burnt coils out in a matter of hours. These ones, I think they've gone a bit too much on the airflow. It's too open, too much airflow. As I said at the start, my airflow is almost all the way closed off. I found I had to bump up the wattage, which again is something that I don't normally like to do. The wattage on this, it's at 94 watts, and it vapes like this. Now I found I had to bump up the wattage to 94. That was where the flavour started coming through the best for me. Normally where I like to vape is sort of 60 to 70. Don't really go above 75 watts if I'm honest. But with these coils, you kind of, there's so much air coming through, you're not getting the flavour coming through in the vapour, and to be able to counteract the airflow, I found bumping up the wattage produced more vapour and therefore more flavour. If that makes sense to you guys, I don't know, it does to me anyway. The drip tip on this, the sort of sleeve cover like the old Aspire Cleto tanks, I don't like that at all. I really don't. Not easy to come by. I know a lot of brick and mortar stores, they do carry replacement drip tips, 510 drip tips, 810 drip tips, Smok drip tips, but these drip tip sleeves are not as easy to come by. The good old-fashioned filling port, now that has been improved. Your filling port, the hole to put your juice in, it is a bit bigger. I know in previous tanks it's been a nightmare with the changeover to the TPD and all that, and the bottles, the nibs getting in there was a pain in the ass, and the rubber seal or gasket that was on the top there always used to deteriorate. Now they have changed the position of that. It's up on underneath the top of the top cap, which is a little bit better. How long that will last is a different story. TPD 2mm tank is a pain in the ass. You're going to be filling this thing constantly because these coils at high wattages, you're just going to drink the juice. That being said, about the tank, I don't really think it's an improvement. Some parts are, but the minor parts are improved and the major parts are not improved at all, I think. Now moving down to the mod itself, it's a lot more sturdy than previous Smok devices that I have seen and used. The battery door being the main improvement. That battery door is solid. It's not going to flip open on you accidentally or anything like that. It is really, really well made. The fire bar it feels a lot heavier, a lot sturdier. It's not going to break apart. I think they've really improved the device. I was quite surprised when I got it. When I got it, I was set up for a disappointment. So I thought that this was going to disappoint me. In actual fact, the tank, yeah, the tank is a bit of a letdown, but the mod itself, it's good. The touchscreen, I kind of expected more from the menu itself, but it's simple, it's easy to use. The touchscreen interface is dead simple. You know, you've got the lock on your button there, and then just go into your menu settings. It's not too complicated for a touchscreen device, which is kind of what I like. And it works well. I think different tank on top with this mod would be one of the perfect setups. It comes in various different colours. You get a lot of blingy ones as well. I kind of like this black and red design. It's just a shame about the tank. I think really these coils and the coils themselves, the packs of these coils, because they're big mesh coils, they're not going to be cheap. So it is a bit of a disappointment in that respect, but overall, you know, Smok, they just churn out device after device after device. So next week there'll be something new. But if you're looking for one of the better Smok devices, I would pick one of these up. They're not that expensive at all. I will pop a couple of links in the description below as to where you can get your hands on one of these. That's all I've really got to say about the Smok Species Kit. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do hit that subscribe button below, and we'll catch you next time.